Now we have to study human circulatory system. Now see, human circulatory system includes heart, arteries, veins, blood capillaries, and mainly blood. So these are the parts of the human circulatory system: heart, arteries, veins, blood capillaries, and blood. Now we will study the heart, construction of the heart, working of the heart, then veins, arteries. Okay. Now if we study the blood flows through the arteries, veins, and blood capillaries, and who apply the force on the blood to flow through the blood capillaries, that is the heart. So if we observe the human heart, it is triangular in shape. Okay, it is made up of muscles, and that muscles are called as the muscles of the heart are called as the cardiac muscle. We have studied it in 9th standard. Cardiac muscles are very strong. They never get tired, and they continuously contract and relax from birth till the death, and they never get tired. So human heart is made up of very strong cardiac muscle. The size of the human heart is according to the clenched fist of that particular person. Okay. Now human heart is divided into four parts. If we observe here, the upper parts are called as the atrium, and lower parts are called as the ventricle. So upper part, plural, it is called as the arteria, singular is atrium. So there are total four chamber of the human heart. Upper one are called as the atrium, and lower one is called as the ventricles. Now atrium receives the blood from the veins. These atrium receives the blood from the veins, and this blood in the atrium enter into the ventricle through the valves. So there are valves between the atrium and ventricle. Okay, and ventricle passes the blood towards the body part. Okay, so human heart is made up of cardiac muscle. It has a four chamber. Upper one are called as atrium, lower one is called as the ventricles. Now there are valves which opens from the atrium towards the ventricle. Human heart is triangular in shape. Human heart is covered by the membrane. That membrane is called as the pericardial membrane. Inside the human heart there is a membrane which separates this four chamber. This membrane is called as the septum. Inside membrane which separates the four chamber, it is called as the septum, and outside the heart there is a membrane, it is called as the pericardial membrane. Now see, here we have four parts of the human heart. Okay, so here we have atrium, here we have ventricle, here we have veins and the arteries. So first of all we have to study what are arteries and veins, and then we will study the working of the heart. Now see, in the human body, for the flowing of the blood there are two types of blood vessels. One are called as the veins, and second one is called as the arteries. Now arteries are the blood vessels which originates or which starts from the heart, and which goes to the body parts, and they carry the oxygenated blood. Means artery carry the oxygenated blood from the heart towards the body part, whole body part, and they have there is a pressure on the blood which is present in the artery. Opposite to that, veins carry the blood from the body part to the heart. That blood is a deoxygenated blood. And if you observe the structure of the veins have thin walls, and there are valves present inside the veins. For what purpose the valves are present? Valves are present inside the veins to prevent the backflow of the blood. So if we want to differentiate between veins, arteries and veins, arteries flow from heart to body part, veins flow from body part to heart. Arteries are thick walled, veins are thin walled. There is a pressure on the blood which is present in the arteries. In case of the vein, there is no pressure on the blood. Inside the arteries there are no valves, but inside the veins there are valves. Okay. Now these arteries and veins, when they comes in contact with actually cells of the body, these arteries again get divided into small branches, and these small branches of arteries are called as the arterioles, and that are nothing the blood capillaries. Veins are again divided into small blood vessels that are called as the veinlets. So arteries and veins are again branched into very small thin hair like blood capillaries, which are arterioles and which are veinlets, which are actually comes in contact with the body cells, and they arteries provide the oxygenated blood, and in return blood cells gives a deoxygenated blood, and this deoxygenated blood is carried by means of the veins against towards the heart. Open. Now basically veins carry deoxygenated blood and arteries carry oxygenated blood, but there are two opposite cases. One is called as the pulmonary artery and second one is called as the pulmonary vein. All other arteries carry oxygenated blood, but pulmonary artery carry deoxygenated blood. All other veins carry deoxygenated blood, but pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood. And pulmonary means these arteries and veins are connected between lungs to heart. There is a connection between lungs and heart by means of pulmonary artery and pulmonary veins, and both have opposite condition. All other arteries oxygenated, but pulmonary artery deoxygenated. All other veins deoxygenated blood, but pulmonary vein has oxygenated blood. Now if you observe the structure of the blood, here we have structure of the blood. Four parts of the, here we have structure of the heart, four parts of the heart. Upper one atrium, lower one ventricles. Blood always passes from the atrium to the ventricle and from ventricle to the body part. That we will study in the working of the heart. Now see, if we observe the structure of the blood, structure of the heart is divided basically into two parts, right part and left part. Okay, heart is divided into two vertical portion. One is called as the right part and left part. So here blue color part is the right part of the heart and red color part is the left part of the heart. So right side part of the heart is filled with the deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood means this blood contain very less amount of the blood, and the left part of very less amount of the oxygen, and the right part of the heart is filled with the oxygenated blood, means there is a more amount of the oxygen. When we see oxygenated and deoxygenated, meaning is that oxygenated means more amount of oxygen and deoxygenated means less amount of oxygen. It doesn't mean that it contains zero oxygen. Very less amount of oxygen is present. So it is right part of the heart is filled with the deoxygenated blood and left part of the heart is filled with the oxygenated blood. Now see, if we observe the right atrium receives the blood through the vena cava. Vena cava, vein means always deoxygenated blood. So this right atrium receives the blood from vena cava, from upper part of the body like brain, and this right atrium again receives the deoxygenated blood from the lower part of the body. So here right atrium receives the blood through the vena cava, that is a deoxygenated blood from both side, upside and lower side. So vena cava from upper body part and vena cava from the lower body part enter into the right atrium. Okay, the blood from the right atrium enter into the right ventricle. There is a valve. Here we have valve. Through this valve blood enter. When these all blood from the right atrium enter into the right ventricle, right ventricle again get filled with the blood, then this valve get closed. Okay, there is no backflow of the blood from the ventricle to the atrium. So the blood from the atrium enter into the ventricle and then these valve get closed. Now see, now here we have right part of the blood which is filled with the oxygenated blood. Here we have left part of the blood which is filled with the oxygenated blood. Here we have left atrium, here we have left ventricle. Again there is a valve between left atrium and left ventricle. Now left atrium is connected with the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein always contain oxygenated blood. It is a vein, still it contain oxygenated deoxygenated blood. And from where these vein come from? These vein come from the lung. Pulmonary vein carry the oxygenated blood from the lungs into the left atrium. Left atrium passes its blood into the left ventricle, and there is a flow of blood takes place. That we have to study in the working of the heart. So this is the construction of the heart. In the construction of the heart, we have to show 4 parts, and then we have to show from where it is getting the blood. So for the left atrium, we have to show upper vena cava, lower vena cava. For the left atrium, we have to show the pulmonary vein. For the right atrium, we have to show the upper vena cava and lower vena cava, and we have to show the septum, pericardial membrane, and here we have aorta which carry the oxygenated blood towards the body part. So this aorta originates from the left atrium. So you should know which veins are and which arteries are connected to the which part of the heart. Now here in this diagram we will study the flow of the blood. We have studied how the construction of the heart. Now we have to study how the circulation of the blood. Blood is pumped throughout the body with the help of the contraction and relaxation of the heart. So heart contracts and relaxes, and then it passes the blood throughout the body. Now here we have to show, here we have a diagram where we show the pathway of the blood, how the blood gets circulated. Now here we have lungs. So we have studied the process of respiration. Through the respiration process, lungs are filled with the oxygen, and this oxygen passes into the blood capillaries. Now see, if oxygen is present in the lung, that oxygen is carried by means of pulmonary vein. So the oxygenated blood carries by means of pulmonary vein, and that oxygenated blood enters into the left atrium. Now left atrium get filled with the blood, then this valve open and blood enter into the left ventricle. So here in the left atrium and ventricle, oxygenated blood came from the lung. Now this left ventricle again get filled with the blood, and the blood from the left ventricle passes towards the body part through the main artery, or it is called as the aorta. So oxygenated blood from the left ventricle enter into the major aorta, and then it passes through the body part. Then these artery get divided into various small arterioles. They comes in contact with the body cells, and they give that arteriole give their give their oxygen to the body cells. Body cells only take the oxygen, and in return body cells gives out the carbon dioxide. So here the blood which is oxygenated now become deoxygenated. Deoxygenated why? Because body cells in return takes the oxygen, and in return gives the carbon dioxide. So here now the same blood is here, but that blood contain less amount of oxygen and more amount of carbon dioxide. So this blood is called as the deoxygenated blood, and this deoxygenated blood through the lower vena cava, this deoxygenated blood enter into the right atrium. Similarly, up from the upper body part also deoxygenated blood enter into this right atrium. Okay, now see this blood from the right atrium, the blood which is deoxygenated, which enters into the right atrium get filled with the blood, and then it enters into the right ventricle through this valve. Now when the right ventricle get filled with the deoxygenated blood, this blood is again carried towards the lung through the pulmonary artery. So this blood which flow from right ventricle towards the lung through the pulmonary artery, this blood is deoxygenated blood. So in the same way, there is a circulation of the blood takes place. So same blood flows through this through the heart 2 times. Same blood flows through the lungs 2 times. So this one time it is oxygenated, second time it is deoxygenated. So it is called as the double circulation. Circulation in human being is called as the double circulation, and our circulatory system is closed circulatory system because blood flows through the blood vessels. In case of the organism like cockroach, they have open circulatory system because blood does not flow through the blood vessels. In our body blood flows through the blood vessels. So our circulatory system is called as the closed circulatory system.